Several months after the horrifying events of the first story, where the mysterious curse connected to Jaras Enzar was believed to be finished forever. Peace slowly returned to the small desert town, and people tried forgetting the terrifying deaths, strange disappearances, and dark rituals that once destroyed many families. But deep inside the abandoned ruins outside the town, something evil still remained alive. The story follows Amir, a young journalist struggling after the unexplained death of his older brother during the previous incidents. Amir never truly believed the official explanations given by authorities because too many strange details were hidden from the public. Determined to uncover the truth, he travels back to the cursed region along with his close friend Sammy and a documentary filmmaker named Layla who wants to expose the secrets behind the legend of Jaras Enzar. From the moment they arrive, the atmosphere feels disturbing. Villagers refuse to speak after sunset, children whisper stories about shadow figures walking through empty streets, and old buildings appear marked with strange symbols connected to ancient rituals. Amir slowly discovers that survivors from the first events are disappearing one by one under mysterious circumstances. Some are found dead while others vanish completely without leaving any trace behind. Layla believes someone may be using the old legend to scare people, but Amir begins noticing strange visions connected to his brother's death. Every night he hears distant bells echoing through the desert even though no church or temple exists nearby. According to local legends, the sound of those bells means Jaras Enzar is calling another soul. The movie slowly builds fear through silence, abandoned locations, and psychological tension instead of relying only on jump scares. During an investigation inside an underground ruin, the group discovers old recordings left behind by a missing archaeologist who explains that Jaras Enzar was never simply a ghost or demon. It was an ancient force awakened centuries ago through forbidden rituals performed by a secret cult seeking immortality. The cult believed fear and suffering strengthened the entity, allowing it to enter the human world through chosen victims. Amir starts realizing his brother may have uncovered the truth before dying, and someone powerful still wants the secret hidden forever. /n/nas The story continues. Amir and his friends begin experiencing terrifying supernatural events that slowly destroy their trust in reality. Layla's cameras repeatedly capture shadowy figures standing behind them even when nobody is physically there, while Sammy becomes convinced they are being followed by someone hiding in the town. One of the movie's most disturbing moments happens when the group visits the abandoned house of a survivor from the first film. Inside they discover walls covered with warnings written in blood about the second awakening. The survivor himself is found sitting motionless in darkness, mentally broken after witnessing horrors nobody believes. Before dying suddenly, he warns Amir that Jaras Enzar does not kill immediately but slowly corrupts the minds of those connected to it. From this point the movie becomes much darker and more psychological. Amir begins suffering blackouts where he sees terrifying visions of ancient ceremonies, hooded cult members, and mass sacrifices performed beneath the desert ruins generations earlier. He slowly realizes the entity chooses people connected by blood to continue its curse. Layla continues recording everything despite growing fear because she believes exposing the truth is the only way to stop the killings. Meanwhile Sammy becomes increasingly paranoid after hearing whispers and seeing human-shaped shadows moving at impossible speed during the night. The group eventually uncovers a hidden underground chamber beneath the town where ancient symbols match the markings found on victims from both movies. There they discover evidence that the cult never disappeared and secretly survived inside the town for decades, waiting for the perfect moment to awaken Jaras Enzar completely. One shocking revelation changes everything when Amir learns his own family was connected to the cult long ago, explaining why his brother became involved in the curse. The emotional tension becomes stronger because Amir fears he may also become part of the ritual whether he wants it or not. As more people disappear, panic spreads across the town. Authorities blame violence and hysteria, but villagers secretly begin preparing religious rituals for protection. Strange storms cover the desert skies while bells continue ringing every midnight without explanation. The movie creates constant suspense by making viewers question whether the evil comes from supernatural forces or the darkness hidden inside human greed. desperate fight for survival when the cult finally begins the ritual needed to fully release Jaras Enzar into the human world. Amir, Layla, and Sammy follow clues leading them deep beneath the desert ruins where they discover a massive underground temple hidden for centuries. The atmosphere becomes completely nightmarish as candles burn beside ancient skeletons, walls drip with dark symbols, and cult members chant while preparing sacrifices. Amir learns the terrifying truth that his brother tried destroying the ritual before being murdered by the cult. The entity itself is slowly revealed through terrifying visions and distorted human forms instead of appearing immediately as a normal monster. Jaras Enzar feels more like an ancient evil presence feeding on fear and pain rather than a simple creature. During the final ritual, several cult members become possessed and violently attack anyone trying to escape. Sammy sacrifices himself to save Amir and Layla during a brutal confrontation inside collapsing tunnels. Layla continues filming even while terrified because she wants proof of the truth before everything disappears forever. Amir eventually confronts the cult leader, who reveals that Jaras Enzar promises immortality in exchange for human souls. The emotional climax happens when Amir finally accepts that the only way to stop the curse is destroying the bloodline connection linking the entity to the human world. As the ritual reaches its final stage, supernatural chaos erupts through the underground temple. Walls crack apart, shadow creatures emerge from darkness, and the sound of the mysterious bells becomes deafening. Amir uses his brother's hidden notes to interrupt the ritual while Layla broadcasts the evidence online so the truth can never be buried again. The underground ruins begin collapsing as fire spreads through the temple and cult members desperately try escaping. In the final moments Amir sees a horrifying vision of Jaras Enzar staring directly at him.